Hello, everyone. I'm here. I just realized I have the audio on in the background. Like I said, there's going to be some hiccups here. So I'm going to turn that down somehow if I can figure that out. But in the meantime, we're here to play Balatro. I'm going to get my gigantic face off the screen as well and go to the overhead. Well, we call it overhead, but it's actually the screen here. Now you can see me a little bit better. Tell me in the comments if it's working all right. I'm going to lean out of view for a second so I can potentially fix the audio. Tell me if the audio of the game is coming through on your end. Hopefully it is not, because I'm going to turn that off on my end. Hopefully you'll still hear it. This is professional live streaming at its best. There you go. Oh, I see a lot of friendly faces. Hopefully the friendly faces in the comments. All right, if you haven't played Balatro, I'm gonna go in here and describe how we can hear the game. Can you not hear me? You can hear me? Everything's good? Okay, let me know. I'll try to look at the comments when I can. Balatro is a roguelike mixed with poker. It's not exactly playing poker, but you are playing poker hands, and we're just gonna jump right into it so you can see how it goes. I'm gonna get a game going here. Oh, I need to start a new run. Boop. New run. All right. It is a poker hand playing roguelike. These blinds here you see in front of me are things that I have to kind of get past. If you're not familiar with what a roguelike is, it is a game where you take one run, and if you fail, or when you fail, you have to start all over from scratch, which hopefully that won't happen really soon for us today, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna start right here and just jump into it and explain it as I go. You get a hand of 8 cards, and you're gonna be playing a poker hand from this hand. This is actually a decent hand to demonstrate a few things for you. You're going to be scoring points to try to get up to this 300 here in this first round with a calculation that goes on for each hand where it takes a base number of chips multiplied by a multiplier, and then it adds the chip value of all the cards. So I'll show you if I played, say, these jacks here. You see the base calculation for any single pair is 10 times 2 at the beginning of the game. You can see it says level 1 there. But it's going to add the jacks, which are each worth 10. So just to show you how that works, 10 times 2, plus 10, plus 10, 30 times 2, 60 points. I am 60 points, or chips as they call them, towards the 300. Now I just need to get to 300 in 4 hands. You see the number of hands I get to play in this round is 4, and I have 3 discards, which I'll get to in a second. It's pretty easy, and stick with me because these first few rounds might seem a little bit boring, but you get to a point where you're playing hands that are worth 10, 20,000, even like 6-digit hands, 100,000 plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and play these 8s and 4s, and you can see the 2 pair is worth a little bit more, 20 times 2. In fact, if you wanna look, here are all of the hands and what they're worth. So if I get a straight flush, it starts at a base 100 times 8. But again, you see the level 1 on the left there. You can level all of these up so that you could have a 2 pair leveled up to 8 and getting tons of points as a basis. So I'm gonna play this. You are all my emotional support animals. And I'm just realizing how difficult it is to stream video games. Play, look at the camera, and look at the comments. Maybe I'll look less at the camera and talk to you and look more at the comments. You see I'm at 148. I've got 3 hands left. This isn't great. I have 3 of a kind. So you can discard cards, or you can play cards off just like you would in a normal poker hand. So I'm gonna play this 3 of a kind, and you can see the 3 of a kind starts at a 30 times 3. But instead of discarding using this button, which I'll show you in a second, I can play off some of these cards. Whoops. I'll do these 2 cards. So I play 5 cards, and you'll notice the 6 and the 5 don't contribute to the hand. So I get the 9s, 57 times 3, there. Level 1, round 1, complete, or blind, the small blind that is. Now here's the cool part. So after every blind, you're gonna get some money for defeating it. You might also get some money, as you see here, for the remaining hands that I didn't use. So I got a total of 5 plus the 4 that I started with, so I have $9 to spend on stuff. I'm not gonna explain all the stuff right now, but there's a lot of stuff you can buy. You can get cards for your deck. So this is a deck builder. You can start with a standard playing card deck of 52 cards, but you can call cards out, you can modify some of the cards in a bunch of wild ways, you can get rid of, or you can add more cards to it. But you also can get jokers, planet cards, and then tarot cards. And these are like booster packs that are filled with the tarot cards down here at the moment. You might get other things later. But I'm gonna show you this. Yeah, I have enough money for this. So when you buy a Earth or a planet card, I'm gonna go ahead and use it, and you'll see what happens. This says it's going to level up my full house. Like I said earlier, the full house right now is worth 40 times 4 as a base. But if I level it up with this card, you'll see over here, 40 times 4 plus 2 plus 25, now it's 65 times 6. So from the get-go, any of my full houses are gonna be worth more than they were just a second ago. This Joker, for all you board gamers out there, this is like an ongoing ability. You're gonna play these jokers up in this area. You can have up to 5 of them. This one here says plus 80 chips if played hand contains a flush. So for any flush that I play, this is gonna contribute 80 chips to the blue side of that equation for every single hand, which is like 8 10 cards or 8 face cards in terms of the chips that they would contribute. This is not the kind of card that I would typically go. I might trash this later, but just so you can see how it works, maybe I'll get a flush, hopefully. I don't have enough money to buy anything else, so I'll show you the tarot cards a little bit later. And we're on to the big blind. Note here, you can skip blinds, but especially this early, you don't want to skip because you can actually play and get more money, buy more things. You want to do all that sort of stuff. So let's get in here. I'm glad at least 3 or 4 people are in here in the comments, so I appreciate you guys joining. All right, so I don't have, I'd upgraded my full house. So I will show you how to discard. I'm gonna keep, I would not normally do this. This is not smart play, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm gonna chase a jack or a 5 here to see if I can get a full house. So when you discard, the cards go away. They're no longer in this run. I did not get it, so I'm just gonna play a couple pair. I'm gonna play these guys, and I'm gonna throw in the 9 just to get rid of it. So this should give me 40 plus chips from the cards, and that's it, 120. I should, that's a good pace to get to 450. I'm gonna go ahead and go for that again. Again, I just want to demonstrate. Hopefully I can get a 5 or an ace here. I did. All right, so I'm gonna play this full house, and you can see it says level 2 over here, 65 times 6. That's a good thing to start with. It's not a flush, so maybe I can get a flush on the next round to show you how the Joker works, but this will probably put me over the top for this blind, I think. Yeah, plenty. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's hard to keep up with the math to determine, like, okay, what's happening, especially when you have like 5 jokers and there's all sorts of modifiers and combos firing off. Let's see. Flush strat is solid. All the strats seem to be solid. I can't get away from 2 pair. I upgrade my 2 pair because it's very easy to find 2 pair in a hand. But let's see what we can buy here. Okay, so this is a plus 12 modifier if the hand contains a straight. I don't know if I like having a straight and the flush thing going on. What's this one? This one creates a tarot card. I'm gonna go ahead and get this just so you can see some tarot cards start popping up. I have $3 left, can't buy anything, so I'll go on to the next round. This is the boss blind. So every sort of run, or round rather, has 3 of these blinds. The last one is a boss, and it has a special ability. This one says -1 hand size, so I'm only going to get 7 cards for the entirety of each part of this round, as you'll see right here. And you'll note that this Joker right here, it created this tarot just now, because it created a tarot card when the blind is selected. So once I selected that, it created this. This says select 2 cards, convert the left card into the right card. Interesting. So I'm gonna start by discarding some cards and see what I can get over here. Okay, so I got 3 jacks, and I am going to use this death card. So I'm gonna select 2 cards and convert the left into the right. So you can rearrange your cards, which is important. They fire off left to right, so when the multipliers come into play, it makes a big difference, even with the cards, not only just the jokers. So I am going to move this 6 over here to be the left card and make this king the right card. And when I use this, it should, if I understand this correctly, should change the 6 into a king of clubs. And now I've set myself up to play another full house, a pretty tasty full house at that. So let's see here. Should get 50 plus points added onto that. Boom, 1 hand. So that's nice because I have 4 hands left. I'm gonna get $4 extra, as you'll see coming up right here. I got 5 for beating that level, 4 for that, so another $9. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's see what jokers came up here. Played cards with club suit give +4 multiplier when scored. I'm tempted to get that just to show you what that's like. This one gives you a ×4 multiplier every 6 hands played, which is pretty huge, but because it's 6 hands, it's hard to keep track of when that will actually fire off and when you need it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this for now. Yeah, Matt, there is a boss that makes you only play 1 hand, and that is rough, especially if you're just not prepared. You can get into a groove and know, like, oh, I can beat just about anything with 4 hands or 5. My least favorite thing, though, is the thing that plays cards face down. There's some that play all your face cards face down, so you don't have any idea what you're playing. I'm going to open a standard deck of cards so you can see this. So this booster comes with 3 cards that I can choose from, and you'll see some of the effects. All of these have an effect. This is a steel card. It's a normal 10 of clubs, but it's steel, so it has a ×1.5 multiplier if it's in my hand when I score a hand. And I mean in my hand, not on the poker hand. This one actually is, if it's in the poker hand, it's a ×2 multiplier, which is pretty huge, but after the hand is scored, there's a 1 in 4 chance that the glass card will shatter and go away. And then this one is there only if you want to discard it. When you discard it, it creates a tarot card. I don't really need that. I'm going to take the glass card for now. And I'll take, no, I can't. I don't have any money. So on to the next round. Yeah, that is fair. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Sometimes you don't want to spend too much money early on. I would agree with that completely for the planet cards, and I just showed you 1 planet card. I would not normally buy a lot of those, because once you get sort of a system in place where you're like, oh, this is the kind of hand that I can play a lot and score lots of points, then you want to really start beefing up those types of hands. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. You'll see as soon as I select this guy here is going to create a tarot card over here. And what I get, create up to 2 random planet cards. So that's not bad. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. And those will go right here as well. And there's little to no reason to not use these right away. So I'm going to go ahead and use these to upgrade my high card. So if I ever play a single card, it's better now. And then Jupiter is for the flush, which is not bad for me. So I've upgraded the Jupiter, or the flush hand. And speaking of flushes, I'm going to actually go for one. I'm going to discard these and see if I can get a club. I did not. But I do have 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, so I'll play that straight. It's a good way to kick things off. And it might be obnoxious to some people. The game has a little like screen wobble when things are triggering, so you can kind of follow along. And I have this playing not on a slow speed. This is the standard speed. You can speed up all of these animations if you want to just zip through it. But I thought I'd leave it on this so that you can kind of follow, sort of. Yeah, Benny, I agree. You know, you want to spend money early on certain things because you really, when you play naked without jokers in particular, it is super rough. It's so much more fun to play this game with a really nice set of jokers. This joker, speaking of which, is ×1 multiplier for each empty joker slot. Ugh. That is, oh boy, that's pretty appealing. So this guy would be a ×4 multiplier if I bought him and got rid of all the other jokers. For the sake of just exploring the game, I've never seen this one before, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get rid, let's see. I'm gonna sell this one. I'm gonna keep the tarot one and sell these two, and I'm gonna get this one. So this should be interesting. I'm not gonna get this. I do not like chasing the straight flush. Certainly this early, that seems a little crazy. I will get, no I don't have enough cards. So on to the next round. There are a few things that I haven't exactly figured out the nuances of, which when I'll get to the next store, I'll explain. 8, 9, 10, Jack. I will, you know what, I'm just gonna play a pair of jacks and get rid of these guys. This won't be a terribly exciting hand, but ×4 multiplier is not nothing. So it's ×4. Oh, okay, so it can be ×6, or yeah, ×5, if I get rid of this guy. Ooh. 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. I'll do it. Sometimes you just get lucky and you do it. One thing I want to point out though, and I haven't realized this until recently, sometimes you want to resist playing these big hands like I just did, because sometimes you want to pace yourself so that you can build up some of the cards. Like some of the jokers will actually level up themselves depending on how you play or what you do. And if you play too fast or you outpace those, you're not going to let those build up enough for the late game. But it is also hard to fight human nature to go, oh, straight to the king, I'll play it. Okay, these look like some crazy jokers. So this one right here, when the blind is selected, gain 0.5 multiplier and destroy a random joker. I'm not getting this one because I don't want to destroy a random joker. But it also is holographic. As you can see out there, it has an innate built-in +10 multiplier as well. Chaos the Clown, 1 free reroll per shop. That's of no interest to me. So I'm gonna buy some cards again. Raccoon VR, you hate your life right now? Is that because you're not playing Balatro? So what do I want here? I think I'm just gonna take, well, here's a new effect. So this is a malt card. This is how it works. It's worth its base value, but when you play it in a hand, it's going to add 4 to the multiplier, which is the red part of the equation. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one though, because I like the glass cards. And then I'll get, do I want to get a tarot card? Gives the total selling. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use this one to get some money. And then I will open this one. I guess I didn't need to do that because this one will be used immediately anyway. All right, got some decisions here. The moon converts up to 3 selected cards to clubs. That might be attractive because of my flush that I have going on, although I got rid of the joker that was revolving around the flush, so that's not as important. Plus $3 if the card is in hand. That creates a gold card out of something. Enhances 2 selected cards to malt. I might do that. Enhances 1 card to a stone card. A stone card has no value or suit. It's just worth an extra 50 chips, and it will contribute that no matter what hand it's a part of. Select 2 cards, convert the left. I don't know if I want. Oh, yeah, I actually will do that. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to convert the left card into the right card. So I'm going to make another glass 8. Should make it. Hopefully I did that right. Yep. All right, next round. We'll see how far I can get. I mean, if things start getting crazy, I'll stick with this if it's going to be a big run. A full run to succeed, if you look down here, the ante, 2 of 8, each ante is effectively 3 rounds. So I've gotten to the end of the 8th ante once and kind of quote-unquote won, at which point you can go into endless mode, and I only lasted like 2 more hands after that, or 2 more rounds. But this one, all club cards are debuffed, so you'll see what that means in a second. Effectively, the club cards will not contribute to chips or any special effects that they might have. What they will do is help you still build hands. So like in this case, I have 3 8s. That 8 will still count as an 8 in terms of like 3 of a kind, as you can see right here. I think I will go ahead and, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can, yeah. I'm gonna discard some cards to see if I can get a full house. Boom. And I didn't at all. So I'm gonna play these and play these along with it. Again, I don't keep track of the math. I play a little fast and loose when it comes to that. I'm sure some people could sit here and stop and go, okay, how many points will this score? And that's fine if you want to do it that way. I like playing fast and loose and just watching the wheels spin. Okay, we've got some options here. I think I'm going to play just 2 pair and get rid of this 6. I mean, I'm already close to the 1600, so I'm not too concerned about it. Oh, what did I get up here? It gives a total. I got another one of those. I think I'll just finish it off. This should do it. Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with the game, I know a lot of you in the comments are, but the game is available on every platform known to humankind. So Switch, PlayStation, I have it on Steam. Oh, I wanted to mention this. Down here, these vouchers. In fact, if you guys are knowing the vouchers really well, hey Rob, yes I am addicted. So much so that I'm just trying to force it into Man vs. Meeple stuff. But if you're familiar with exactly the nuances of the vouchers, I've used them before and they seem to have just like an ongoing effect for the entirety of the run. This says raise the cap on interest earned per round to $10. So if you carry money from round to round, you can gain interest. I'm not terribly concerned with that right now, so I'm not gonna think about that. But this joker says played cards with hearts give a +4 multiplier. Create a planet card if played hand contains 2 or more 8s. Yeah, it's hard not to just use this guy by himself. I will use this to get some money. I got plenty of money, so I'm gonna get the standard pack of cards. See, this is just a 4 hearts. this 6 of spades is a blue seal, and this means that it creates a planet card if this card is held in your hand. Anything with the seal needs to be held in your hand, I believe, to do its thing. And then the queen is a malt card that has all those lines through it, so that gives a +4 malt. I think I'll take the queen. And then I'll open this Celestial pack and hopefully get a Uranus card, yes. So this increases the level of the 2 pair, which is like my favorite hand right now, and it's very easy to get, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. That's going to help sort of the weaker hands that I've been playing. On to the next round. Yeah, I've been telling everyone I know, but Rob Rouse in particular from Blue Peg Pink Peg, this game's built for him. Like he's destined to play this game. If he thinks I'm addicted, he will be very addicted. Okay, what got created here converts up to 3 selected cards to hearts. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and do a crazy little flush. I'm gonna use this on this, and this to start filling my hand with hearts, or my deck with hearts. And now I can play a flush with those cards. May not have been the smartest things to do with the 5s, but oh well. Level 2 flush, that should be pretty decent with the multiplier. That might even get me through this round. Not quite, not quite. I think I will do a discard on these guys to see if I can get into a queen or an ace. Here's the queen. Oh, full house. Oh, that's going to be a tasty hand. So this is probably the first hand I've had that's going to have quite a bit going on. So first, you're going to get 10 points per each of these queens. You're going to get 8 for each of these 8s. Then this queen is going to increase the multiplier by 4. This 8 is going to multiply the multiplier by 2. And remember, this card up here is also going to multiply the multiplier by 4. So it should be a pretty big hand. Whoops. So check this out. Things should be on fire here in a second, I think. So there goes the 4 multiplier. There goes the ×2 multiplier. There goes the there. Boom. 8,800. So you see it just like that. I had hands early on that was 80 points. That one was like 8,000 something. And that is fun. Like, this game gives so much satisfaction from making the combos and all that sort of stuff. For me personally, it's so much more about that than it is trying to succeed. With that said, I do like to try to get through runs, but we'll see here. I'm not really looking at the jokers right now because it's just gonna reduce the effectiveness of this joker if I have another joker. Played aces, give 20 trips. That's a pretty juicy card. Yeah, I'm not gonna get those. And these are just more jokers. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything. Oh, you know what? I could re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll. So when you re-roll, it's gonna change these two. So maybe I'll get a tarot card or a planet card. Just more jokers. Earn $1 for each 9 in your full deck at the end of a round. So again, if you can manipulate your deck, you could really get a lot of money. Played cards with diamond suit give +4 multiplier. No, I'm just gonna move on. There is a big lack of spires, Rob. And you don't slay anything. All right, what tarot card did we get? Converts up to 3 selected cards to clubs. I mean, I should just stick with, I think I'm gonna just sell that. Well, I don't need to sell it now, so there's no rush. But I'm gonna play the jacks and 5s. I see what I did there? I didn't even see what I did there. And I'm gonna ditch this 9 with them. So that'll be 2 pair at level 2. So this should be decent. Really, things start to get exciting when you have a lot of comboing jacks or jokers, but also a lot of cards that you've upgraded. And once you've kind of curated your deck pretty well. This is not great. I am going to chase a flush though. 1, 2, nope. But I have 4s and 2s, so I'll do that and get rid of this 5. There's no real reason to get rid of the 5. I'm just wanting to cycle my deck and get to some different cards. I might lose here. I gotta get 4,200 in the next 3 hands. I have to get up to 4,200. 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack. Oh, that'll work. Hopefully, that's gonna be a reasonable hand. I need to get some of my special cards out. Let's see. I got 2 hands left. This is not a great set right here. And this changes to clubs, and I need more clubs. I'm gonna discard these guys and see what I can get. Oh, well, okay. I will play this full house. That should do it. That should more than do it. Yeah. Still not my biggest hand. Yeah, when you get the perfect storm of the special cards that you have and some comboing, you're getting a fair amount of money though from the interest. Okay. No. Oh. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. That's gonna let me avoid the boss blind special rule. So with one of those rules that comes out to do something nasty, I can get rid of it by discarding this, which is exactly what I'll use that for. I have no intention of keeping it. I'll open this tarot card deck. Hey, Marty and Richmond, thanks for joining. It's really just all of my friends. That's like the only people who are watching the channel right now. So I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm glad this happened. I have chosen this tarot card so many times and I've only gotten it to work once. We'll see if it'll work again. This will randomly take a joker and apply foil, holographic, or polychrome to it, but there's only a 1 in 4 chance it'll do it. So let's see what the other ones are really quick before I do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try it just for the fun. 1 in 4 chance. Everyone cross your fingers. Nope. Yep, nope, that's, yeah. Anyway, next round. Okay. Yeah, see this big blind coming up? Start with 0 discards, so I can't discard cards? No. I'm going to discard this. Sell this card to disable the boss blind. I wonder if... No. I think I have to do that while I'm playing. I hope I'm right about that. Marty, I have at least 18 friends. The last time I counted, anyway. Okay. Close on hearts. What do I have here? Create a random joker card. Must have room. I mean, what the heck? Let's see what it is. Whoa. So this is a, like, misprint joker is what it's called. It does one of these things. That's kind of crazy. I am going to Oh, wait a minute. Look, okay, I'm gonna see if I can sell this and it changes the. This could have been a mistake. Ah, got my discards back. Thank God. All right. Well, we'll see what this does. I'm going to chase this flush. And I didn't get it, but I got trip nines. So I will play those trip nines along with these two because I'm no longer going after that flush. Oh, yeah, I don't generally skip blinds because a lot of the runs I've had have had cards, joker cards, that benefit from more play. So it just takes away a lot of their upgrade potential, or at least that's how I've felt about it. Yeah, I don't know about this one, everybody. So this is at ×3. I'm gonna, just so I can get by this, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm going to sell this card. I'm gonna sell this card and just run this one, which now is a ×5 multiplier. So let's see what we see. Hopefully, yeah, that's a better pace to get to 5,600 for sure. I feel like I'm really close on diamonds. I'm going to go for it. No, I didn't get it. Well, chasing that flush is dumb. It's a fool's errand, and I'm a fool. I have one more discard. Oh, can you imagine if I didn't have the discards? This might be it, folks. I might not make this. Got 3 hands left. Yeah, this is not so great. Let's get some face cards. Okay, I mean, I guess. You also can't run out of cards, or you can, and if you do, you lose. So you need to make sure you're watching your deck. 2 hands to score 2,600 points. And no discards. So I'm playing what I got. I don't feel good about this, so we'll see. So 40, 51, 62. 72 times 15. Again, 1,500 is what I need. Nope, this is not gonna happen, everybody. I'm glad you could join me today and learn a little bit about Balatro. But I don't think this is going to do it. It's gonna give me like another 1,000. Wait. Oh, I wanted to check that tarot card. I probably should have looked at that tarot card to see if it could have benefited me. It probably could have. Anyway, that was a run. It was a pretty pathetic run. It was only ante 3 of 8, and I typically, well, not typically, but generally get up to like 6 or 7. I've gotten into 8 a couple times, and I'll start playing again. We won't play a full another run, but I am going to play a little bit more. I've gotten into 8 a few times, but only beaten 8 once. Yeah, so again, this is gonna reset to sort of a more mundane set of cards or options. That was not great either. So anyway, I will not bore you with a whole nother run. Thanks for joining me here for this. Hopefully you liked it. We might do some more video game stuff on the channel that is board game adjacent. I felt like this game would appeal to a lot of people who play board games. I know there's a lot of people sort of in the hobby and in the board gaming community who've been playing it quite a bit. It is just starting to take off, but like lots of people are as addicted as I am, if not more so. But if you have any questions about Balatro, make them in the comments below. And as we say, until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table and on your various device screens. And we'll see you then. Just kidding, I'm back. If you're still here, I didn't realize I could come right back and show you my deck. So this was the deck. Oh, I can't show you the deck from the run I had, but you can look at your deck like this. I wish you could go back and look at past decks and past hands. They go by really fast. So anyway, now I will say goodbye. Thanks for joining me today. Would you believe I'm back one more time? I'm reading the comments. I know this is maybe the craziest live stream, certainly that we've ever done. So, double encore, I'm back. So I won't leave until I look at the comments like an idiot that I am and make sure that I'm not overlooking anything. So I'm assuming what you're wanting to do is take a look at my collection. Is that my collection? It is my collection. So here are some of the Jokers that I've seen. And then there's a lot of Jokers. I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of Jokers, but look at this. I mean, there's 10 pages of Jokers and I haven't even discovered all of them. Some of the ones that I've loved using, plus the artwork is really cool on these. This one here gains +2 multiplier if played hand contains a 2 pair. I've had this along with, let's see, where is this guy? Is it right here? This guy here gains 4 chips if played hand has exactly 4 cards. The way this one works is it starts at 16 chips, but then the more you play just 4 cards in your hand, it adds 4 chips, so that every time it hits a hand, you're adding all those chips. I've had it to the point where this card alone is adding like 280 chips to my hand. So it really didn't matter what hand I played. I could play a single card, but I was getting a ton of chips as part of my equation. Anything else you want to see, Matt, before I leave from the menu? Okay, I will. Decks. You start out with the red deck, which has +1 discard every round. I think I just played with the blue deck, which has an extra hand, which I find far more worthwhile. This one starts with more money. The green deck, at the end of each round, $2 per remaining hand, so it's a little bit more money. The black deck, I think, might be the last one I opened. You get an extra Joker slot, which is cool, which would have been nice for that last round that I played. And then the Nebula deck, I forget how I opened this thing, but it was kind of a unique thing. I did something special with the blue deck. Start run with a telescope voucher, which I'm not even sure what the telescope voucher is. In your options, you can see some stats. Okay, I'm going to go to the options. Where? Options, stats. All right. So there you go. You can see some of my stats. My best hand is 178,000. Most played hand, of course, 2 pair. And I'm going to go to some card stats, so don't know what this looks like. Oh, wow. Yeah, oh, this is cool. I had no idea these stats existed. Of course, I didn't look. Yeah, so those are some of the Jokers I've had. This Joker, too, was pretty cool. It counts every card you play. So those hands I was playing where you play 3 cards and then ditch 2, those 2 still contribute their powers and their chips, which is kind of crazy because you can effectively just play any cards, as long as there's a hand in there, it's very worthwhile. Consumables. Yep, that's why I've used that the most. Yeah, so I've used this the most, and it's happened for me once. 1 in 9 times. Not 1 in 4, 1 in 9 times it's happened for me. Planet cards. Oh yeah. Spectrals. I don't use the spectrals that much. The spectral cards I didn't show you, but they have kind of like wild effects, but they all generally have some sort of downside. With that, I'm not coming back. Even if you say in the comments, oh wait, there's this one thing, I won't come back. I appreciate all of you struggling through this with me today. Maybe we'll be back, who knows? But until then, have a good time.